let's get started. I'm going to put my burner on medium because, as you know, anytime you're using stainless steel, you want to heat that up for about 5 minutes before we get doing anything else. Hands are clean, pan is on. I have 3 cloves of garlic here. I'm not being sponsored for anything, FYI. I was talking with somebody yesterday that said that they had found a soy free tofu. I couldn't figure out what it was made out of. And then lo and behold, today when I was shopping, here it is. 64 grams of protein per pack. So this entire thing, which is 12 ounces, has 64 protein. The thing that I like about this tofu is that there's no fat. I don't know if you've ever paid attention, but tofu has a lot of fat in it. Soybeans apparently have a lot of fat in them. So finding this 0 fat and also 0 fiber, 16 grams of protein for 3 ounces is interesting. We got calcium, we have potassium, and that's about it as far as nutrition goes. I'm surprised because fava beans are pretty rich, I believe, in fiber, if I remember correctly. And again, like I said, I'm happy that it doesn't have any fat, because fat's good for you. Natural fats are good for you. I'm waiting for this to warm up. I'm going to open up this package. It says that you don't need to press the tofu the way that you do with regular tofu. Remove from packaging. Tofu does not need to be pressed. Cut tofu into cubes, put in lightly oiled pan over medium heat, and cook until they are crisp and golden, 2 to 5 minutes. Now, while my lentils are cooking, I am going to peel my garlic. I have 3 cloves here. I like to cut the ends off, and then I do a little smashy with it to make it easier to take the skin off, the peel off, whatever you want to call it. So we're doing that. I'm going to put down some salt. I'm going to put down some crushed red pepper for a little bit of zesty spice. I kept tossing around, tossing around the idea of just using frozen broccoli, and I might change my mind on that, but I did just get some 50% off super greens that can be a mix of red chard, bok choy, mitsuna, tatsoi spinach, green chard, and arugula. I think I might want to have that as a salad. If you know me, you know that Fridays are my fasting Fridays and they're my meatless Fridays. So technically, you're only supposed to have like 1 meal, and it's really only supposed to be not this really grand meal. Crushed red pepper. My pan's beginning to get warm. Am I using coconut oil or am I using olive oil today? I think I may use olive oil. Although coconut oil might give it a really cool, funky flavor to it, kind of buttery, because that's what happens a lot of the time. I'm turning off my red lentils on the back there. So, I guess I'm having double beans then tonight too, aren't I? Because I'm having the fava bean and I'm having the red lentils. That was poor planning on my end, wasn't it? I was just thinking protein, and then again, having the red lentils is giving me fiber, which I want. I don't know if you noticed that started smoking. So my pan is definitely hot enough for where I want it to be. I am going to take half of this tofu, and I think I'm going to cut it in thirds. Put this one in the sink, keeping my garlic handy. I'm going to cut it in thirds, and then I think I'm just going to cut in thirds. Well, that's not a cube now, is it? I got to cut it one more time. So I just made this a lot more complicated than it needs to be, and I'm going to try this just the way it is because I never have. Tastes kind of like, the top of my mouth full. Tastes like fava beans. Which, if you like fava beans, I think it's going to be great with all the garlic. My mom would make pasta fava beans when we were kids, which was like chicken broth and garlic, and you just kind of cook them, and then you put it over pasta. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic on it anyhow. We have our oil hot, smoking. Back in the day in the kitchen. I'm going to put these guys in, like so. I think I'm going to wait to put the garlic in to once this is cooked on this side. I'm going to rinse my hands off real quick here. So, fava bean versus the soybean. Fava bean, well, the reason why you have to watch soy as I throw this away is because it can mess with your estrogens, your bad estrogens, even the non-GMO. You can have too much of it. Ooh, I'm getting kind of hot here. I think I might have to lower my fan just a little bit. So having this optional non-tofu or non-soy tofu, look, I'm getting golden already. I'll show you in a second. Hold on. Is nice, because if you're trying to get protein as a vegan, you want safe ways to do it. And to my knowledge, fava beans are a healthy alternative. I think I might need to add a little bit more oil to this, unless I put the frozen broccoli like I originally said, and that's going to give me enough moisture that nothing is going to burn or scorch. Let me see, any more than it already is. So I think I am opening up a bag of frozen broccoli, and we'll toss some of that in here, like so. Just like that. Isn't there a show just like that? And put a little more salt, because of course tofu needs some sort of flavor, because it doesn't have any. You can make it whatever you want. And I think I'm going to put a lid on this, and I'll get back to you. All right. Looks like everything may be cooked. I don't think the tofu is as crispy anymore because of the moisture that I added to this. The broccoli tastes good. Let's see if the tofu tastes any good. I like it. I think your normal everyday palate would probably want a little bit more of something. Maybe we could add like the garlic sweet chili sauce to it. Fast meal. I think maybe, well, your lentils take longer. They take, what, 20 to 40 minutes depending on the atmospheric pressure. But this part with the tofu literally took maybe 7 minutes. No, so it was probably 10 minutes start to finish, because we did everything from scratch here and I was kind of winging it. But happy Meatless Friday, the Food Whisperer.